Hello, everybody. Anish Majumdar here, career coach to the fiercely ambitious. Wherever you are, I hope you are keeping safe. I hope you are keeping healthy. And I want to focus this video around a topic that I think all of us have experienced at one time or another when we've been trying to better our job situation, trying to land something better, trying to advance our career, which is the topic of burning bridges. You don't want to be a pest. You don't want to be sending out the signal that you're a desperate job seeker, but you need a job, right? And so if you're reaching out to people, how do you do that in the right way, right? And how do you do it so that you don't have a bunch of people who are like, oh, no, get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? And you're burnt. You're done with me, right? Isn't that our fear when we put ourselves out there? I want to talk to you a little bit and encourage you to think it over in terms of your own life. And I want to show you a little bit what the real solution is, because it's not obvious. So let's think about what we're doing here. Are we looking for a job? Is that the end all and the be all of what we're doing? Because if it is, then the fear of burning a bridge is going to be ever present. It's going to be very, very, very clear. Why? Because on some level in your heart, like I might be building a relationship with you and I might say, oh, we're good friends or we know such and such. But if in my heart, I know that the only reason I'm speaking to you is that I can get a better salary, I can get that offer, right? And I want to tap into the hidden job market that way, then that's going to come out, right? And even if it doesn't come out in the moment, which it very well might, it'll come out when you meet resistance. It'll come out when someone doesn't respond to you, or when you need to get a little creative about responding to something, or you've met a kind of obstacle here on the road to an offer and you need to think quickly. Whenever you meet those obstacles, if in your heart it's only about self-interest, then for sure the fear of burning the bridges is going to step in, and more than likely you're going to back away. You're going to contract. And this is what I want to call attention to, guys, because in a job search, just like in any other hard part of your life, any other challenging moment in your life, it's all about, are you making the decisions that are expanding who you are, expanding where you're going, expanding where your vision of the future is, or are you making decisions that are contracting, that are forcing you into a box, that are forcing you into a more limited view? The fear of burning bridges is a contraction move. We go into that to protect ourselves. And we say to ourselves, because I don't want to burn this bridge, because there's some mythical opportunity on the other side that I don't see 5 years from now, 10 years from now, of which this person who wasn't even interested enough in me to reciprocate or enter dialogue will figure into it. I don't want to get rid of that. Ergo, I'm not going to take that next step. I'm not going to follow up with a little bit of punch, a little bit of aggressive purpose to it. I'm not going to actually try to say, look, we need to move forward now on this time frame because I'm the expert in this and this is the best way that we're going to succeed. You're not going to do all of that because you're afraid of burning a bridge. So here's the way to think about it, okay? Make it not about you anymore. In other words, yes, you need that salary uptick. Yes, you want that title. Yes, you've worked darn hard to get that MBA. And now you want to get, role, responsibilities, impact that you're looking for. Yes, all of that is true. But that is not the end all and the be all of what you're doing. I want you now to sit down and I want you to think about all of the ways in which you doing what you do at the highest level benefits everyone. And I want you to think broadly here, but you're not allowed to talk about yourself. So how does what you do impact every facet? And it could be anything. Like for me, let's say I specialize in marketing and business development. That's what I do. Okay, but thinking away from myself, what are all of the ways in which me doing what I do at a company that I believe in with amazing people makes everything better, makes the whole world better. What are all the ways? Well, yes, it impacts our growth, it impacts our revenues, more people get paid, more people get bonuses. Sure. But how does that impact? How does having the marketing, that thing that causes so much stress in any business, figured out, strong, competitive, how does that change the vibe amongst our teams? How does that change the way we look at the road ahead? How boldly we're going to seize the future? How boldly we're going to ramp up that next crazy idea that doesn't seem so crazy anymore because we hit what we wanted to hit so much faster than we thought possible? What are all of the ramifications? What are all of the ways in which what you do has an impact beyond yourself? And I want you to ask yourself, once you've got that, and write it. And I encourage you to rewatch this video, build out that list as big as you can. Now I want you to ask yourself this. What if instead of doing this for yourself, you were doing it in service to that mission? So that when you were reaching out to people, it was immaterial whether you burnt a bridge, quote unquote. You're not thinking like that. You're thinking from the point of view of who's feeling this, who could benefit from this, everything that I do. Not just the limited way the job postings have been teaching us to look at ourselves. What is the full scope impact of who I am and what I can do right now at the utmost? Is this worth fighting for? Is this something that is going to make the lives of everyone that I work with better? And if the answer to those things are yes, then I want you to put yourself in service to that mission. So when you take those calls, when you send those messages on LinkedIn, when you engage or, you network or you find an opportunity or you find a relationship that could be an opportunity, I want you to think, I'm serving something greater than myself. I'm serving a higher purpose. We see the ultimate expression of this in healthcare workers. They will knowingly expose themselves to diseases, to things that can take them out of the running. And that means that's one less mom, that's one less dad, that's one less light in the world. Why do they do that? If they had an ounce of self-interest motivating them, they would have left a long time ago. They would be back at home, enjoying the money that they've already made, figuring out their next step. The only reason they're doing it is because their belief in their mission beyond themselves is so strong that it overwhelms everything. That is the great necessity. And if everyone that you speak to on your job search understands beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are a man or a woman who is on a mission, then number one, you're not going to burn bridges as often as you think. And number two, you're not really going to care when you do. Because you're going to realize that this game of ours called getting ahead has nothing to do with convincing everyone. Nothing in the world to do with convincing everyone. It's about finding the right people. And that starts by embodying the right purposes behind what you do. All right. So I just want you to keep that in mind as you move forward. If you want to take what I'm teaching you to the next level, I encourage you to hop over to helloanish.com. I've got a masterclass there all ready and teed up for you that is going to show you exactly the 5 shifts that I work with people on to quickly get them out of the job search trap, get them into a place of empowerment, and get them generating the right opportunities over and over again. Okay. It is the best of what I can possibly give you right now to break you out of this trap and using this amazing time in the wilderness that we all are experiencing right now towards getting to a place that you never thought possible. All right. So I'd love you, celebrate you. I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.